Okay, let's take a look at this. Nose is looking pretty sharp there. Might tone that back a bit. Um, yeah, it looks like. Did I do that? Let me just go back here because there's no kind of surface to the side of this nostril, which makes that look weird. Can we get rid of this real quick? Um, oh, that. And I might just select these verts and use B soft select, grow the selection a bit, and just kind of soften this a bit. And still pretty pointy though, huh? Maybe these guys, I'm going to turn off soft select. Maybe these guys can come forward actually. This can come down a little bit. Mm. Spread that out some. Oh, some other little weird face here. Okay. Oh. Okay. That seems better now. Okay. And then maybe put those nostrils back in, and symmetry is working. Control E, W for move. Gonna move those. Well, let's scale those in first. Oh, weird. It didn't. Make those edges. Let's try that again. So let's scale those in first, and then Control E again, and then W for move, and then move them straight up. I don't know. That's still not great. Oh, that got all. This is not attached here or something. Oh, there's just a whole. Yeah, there's some like hidden face there. Okay. Now it should work. Control E and then scale edit. Oh, God bless America. Control E and then scale that in. And then Control E and then W and then move that up some. And then this crazy hole in here, that's not gonna work. So, oh, and the lips are all twisted and out of whack here. There's all these triangles, and just you can't have these many-sided faces, these big holes here. And it's so asymmetrical. Whew. There's a lot of stuff going on in this. But, you know, look, this is no good. Look at that. That's like just a hidden face there. Um, let's try running mesh cleanup on this. I wonder if it'll get rid of stuff like that. We'll see. Mesh cleanup options. Looking at this, scroll down under remove geometry, check everything down to faces with zero geometry area. Clean up. Nope. Let's just, okay, we can delete this vertex. I just, We need to try to get this symmetrical again before we start doing any other serious work. I think you gotta get all this to move back. Oh, it's gotta turn symmetry off since it's not symmetrical anyways. Let's look at this in the front view. Let's look at the grid. Show grid. Okay, that's looking more or less centered, and let's make sure there is a line from here to there, so that will split, and there's one here already, there's one there, okay, no, and then here to here, and now let's which side of the face is better. I don't know. Probably doesn't matter. Okay, faces. Let's select half, and just check my selection. Okay, and delete that. And this is tricky because you didn't build a whole head, but let's select along the center line, and let's check my selection. Make sure, yeah, see, look out for stuff like that, and that. Yeah, you'll want to open up this mouth cavity more. Those faces are all overlapping. Ooh, what's happened here? Should that be? I'm not sure. I'm really confused of what's going on. What this is all supposed to look like. Is that all supposed to be on the center line, or? It's just really hard to tell. Check my selection again. Don't think that is. There's something very wrong with all this. I think maybe this is supposed to be here, and that is supposed to be there. Maybe? But then you have this, like, multiple-sided face here. It's just... I think you gotta delete all this out. It's all messed up. And then rebuild that. Jeez, look at that. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy, just really crazy surfaces going on in here. Yeah, a lot of overlapping edges there. I might grab this. I'm using these sculpting things lately. Here's the smooth one. And I'll just hold down B and click and drag and adjust the size. And I'm just trying to smooth that out a little bit to try and... There's another one that, like... That's the relax tool. Oh, I think I wanted the smooth and not the relax. Okay, that's getting that into some sensible shape. And then let's get out of that and see, what are we looking at now? And this is messed up. And there's a crazy big face here. I'm just, there's so much to fix on this. It's very confusing. Control Shift X, connect that up. I don't know what this is supposed to be connected to. Maybe to that. I don't know how all this stuff got. I think you just sort of went a little bit off the rails on this. I mean, there's so much geometry that's really... Oh. I mean, anywhere there's like, one thing you can find all the problematic faces by going to right mouse click face and then select use constraints and next selection end sided. And so the next time you select faces, it's only going to select, and all of those are more than 4 sides to the face. So all of those are little things you need to fix. It's just a lot. Um, I thought I got rid of that already. Oh, weird. It's not letting me delete it. Will it do delete vertex? Oh, yeah, that worked. Okay. And then put that back in. And then this is weird here. Let's maybe use target weld. And I don't know where that's supposed to be going. Um, I don't know. Okay, well, let's say that looks good. Move, and then make sure it's on absolute transform 0 in the x direction. Enter. Right mouse click object mode. Shift right mouse click. Mirror options. Turn off cut geometry. Turn on combine with original. Merge with border vertices. 0.001 mirror. Okay, and okay, at least it's symmetrical now. Let's try to continue to figure out this whole Control Shift X and here to the center. Okay, and then maybe this to here, I guess. And then I think this, I'm going to just turn off symmetry for a second. I think this should probably go to there, and let's get rid of these edges, but then put, oops, symmetry back on again. Control Shift X, maybe this to here. And then let me just, whoops. I think it's scale this in a little bit. Turn off symmetry for a minute so the scale works properly. Yeah, then you'll just need to really kind of extrude back in the lips. Yeah, it's just, alright, and then this. These faces are not so great. I'm wondering if I can do symmetry again, take these out, and then try to kind of get the loop going again. And then, oh, there's already a point there, so I might as well hook that up to that. And then, can we... I don't know, it's... Um... I'm just trying to figure out what to do with this situation. It kind of looks like there's... Oh yeah, look, we can just bring this one, reconnect that. Oh, sorry, let's try again. There we go. Yeah. And then that can hook back up to, I guess, what? This one? And then, go in and adjust the shape there. And don't know, do we need this? Delete edge. Maybe try to, slide these in. But from, say, here, shift right mouse click, slide edge. Whoops. Shift right mouse click, slide edge. And, move those in and then kind of bounce that out and then use, go in and sculpt the shape a little bit more. And maybe here to there. Whoops. That's just not right. I feel like this should be. Sometimes it's just want to just take stuff out until we can get it back to normal. Because it's kind of what I think you need to do. All the edge loops, not all the edges, but so many edge loops just seem wrong. You don't have the circles going around the eyes. You don't have the circles going around the mouth. It just seems like you just kind of went off the rails from the module, and cleaning this up it's just going to be a lot of work. There's so many. I'm just putting that back in here. And shift right mouse click, slide edge, and even that out. So I hope this is giving you an idea of all the stuff that needs to be done. I mean, there's just more than I can do in a reasonably length video on this. Yeah, there's a lot of wacky geometry in here that's not symmetrical. This is actually looking reasonably good, except the hand's on backwards. The thumb should be in front. What I would do for that is probably get rid of this row here, delete that, mesh separate, center the pivot on this. Scale this -1 in the Z, and then the mesh display reverse for the display, and then just get that positioned. And so let's combine this again, mesh combine, and then get this edge and this edge, shift right mouse click, bridge. Ooh. Oh, it's really having a hard time with that, isn't it? I think it didn't like being flipped like that. Also, there's some really funny geometry here. Let's circularize both of these. Let's do this one first. And polymodeling, circularize, and then, oof. Why does it make such a strange choice? How it wants to do that. Something like that. And then do this one. Again, it's not so great. Let me just separate this again real quick. Mesh, combine again. Now let's try this. See if it freaks out again. Bridge, come on. Huh. Oh my god. Okay, this is being very weird. Let me just double check the number of verts on each of these. What is this display? Heads up display, poly count. We got 28 and 28. I don't see that. Let me just try, uh, just do 1 to 1. It's like even one bridge gets twisted like that. That's so weird. Um, don't know. Would have been better to build the thumb in the right place to begin with. Meanwhile, this is also could be smooth. I'll just use the sculpting thing here. Smooth. See how big my brush size is. Just clicking and dragging to the left, holding down the B key. That's enormous right now, I think. Let's double click here. No, that's small. Oh, okay, here we go. Alright. Just trying to smooth this out. That's doing nothing. Let's make the strength higher. What's the size here? I don't know. That's being weird. Let's just try flooding with this tool. Nothing. Great. Maybe that was a bad place to cut it off when I did the mirroring, when I scaled it. Maybe if you cut it here and did it. So yeah, this has got a ways to go. Knees and legs look alright. Dress looks alright, although obviously it needs to be mirrored. Yeah, I think at this point you could continue with this, or I could give you a stock model to use to move forward. I just think there's so much to fix. It's it's going to be challenging because the face is so full of errors. So yeah, let me know. I'm very happy. You can if you want to use the stock model from the example to move forward, or you can continue with this.